Knicks family, what's poppin'? It's your boy. And I know it's 12 o'clock midnight. Unfortunately, I had to miss a couple of shows, but you know what I'm saying? We here. I'm back with the buckets, as a couple people requested. I'm back with the bucket. You know what I'm saying? But the Virginia Cavaliers just won the national championship. And what a story it is to go from being eliminated by UMBC with the 16th seed to come back and win the national championship the following year. That's big stuff right there. That takes a lot of cojones, shall I say. A big shout out to the Virginia Cavaliers, all the way down in Charlottesville, Virginia. And, you know, for Charlottesville, it's good to be known for something other than what happened a couple of years ago. You know what I mean? So a big shout out to the Virginia Cavaliers for winning the national championship. We're going to talk about it just a little bit. We won't have anybody in the video chat yet, probably because it's pretty late. But it don't matter. We're going to go ahead and get into this and talk about it. So let's get the countdown going. No doubt, ladies and gentlemen, back at it. Once again, the Virginia Cavaliers are the national champions. And, but this is the thing. Looking at the Virginia Cavaliers, they have a very good team. And you know what? Once Duke was out, I had Duke winning the national championship. I had Duke and UNC in the national championship with Duke winning. Once Duke was out, I had the Virginia Cavaliers going to the national championship and winning the national championship. But at the last minute, I changed and I thought Texas Tech was going to take it because of their defense. And they almost did. They were right there. But they couldn't pull it out. They couldn't pull it out. They were right there. They couldn't pull it out. And the Virginia Cavaliers come home with a national championship. Come back to my area. Well, not exactly my area, about an hour and a half south of me with a national championship. You know what I'm saying? So big shout out to the Virginia Cavaliers. My question to you all, I want to ask you all, and I could take these off since I don't have anybody in the video chat just yet, and no one's called in just yet, so I could take these off. It's a little bit hot, but Jarrett Culver, I see you guys in the chat already talking about Jarrett Culver. Travis Fisher, thank you for, compliment on the bucket. Jarrett Culver, where do you put him in the pantheon of players who are going to be drafted? Where do you put Jarrett Culver? Some people say top 4 to 6. What's his ceiling going to be? Do you think he is a foundational type of player? A player that you build around, or is he a good role player? Or is he Jimmy Butler kind of guy that'll come in, defense will be his calling card, and then his offense will come along and he'll become a player in the NBA? It's hard to say, but I'm pretty sure the New York Knicks are going to take a look, because as we'll talk about later, the Knicks have a 47.6% chance of getting the 5th pick. So Jarrett Culver could very well be on the New York Knicks radar. Could very well be on the New York Knicks radar. But listen, the national championship, man, it was a great game. It was an exciting game. Not only was the national championship an exciting game, but the entire tournament. You talk about March Madness, the entire tournament was March Madness. The entire tournament was March Madness. It was exciting. It was definitely exciting, man. This March Madness, but it's over now, and that signifies a lot of things. March Madness is over, with the Virginia Cavaliers winning the national championship. So what's that mean? That means now players are going to begin. They're going to begin to declare for the draft. A few already have. We're gonna know exactly how the draft is gonna shake loose. Teams, there's 2 games left to the season? 2-3 games left to the season for most teams. Teams are gonna begin to look at players. They're gonna begin to work players out. Of course, the NBA playoffs is next. We got somebody up in the video that jump. Let's see who this is. As a matter of fact, we'll go ahead and we'll bring the appearance on over. And we'll see who's in the video chat. I'm not sure who it is. I guess it's going to be a surprise. Let's see who this is. This 2 games. All right. We'll see who it is when the video pops up. But anyway, we're on to the next steps as far as the NBA is concerned, in March Madness and college basketball and all that kind of stuff. Is there anyone from the Virginia Cavaliers? I mean, the Virginia Cavaliers, as far as I'm concerned, they're a very good team. I don't know if the Cavaliers have anyone that you're going to look at and say, this person is definitely going to be one of your top players coming out the draft. Mark, what's popping with you, my man?
What's popping? I'm just getting off watching this. This game was nuts.
It was crazy, right?
You know what's so crazy, though? That call with Hunter hitting the ball out, I think that should have been Texas Tech ball.
I thought it was going to be Texas Tech's ball.
That should have that kind of ended the game right there when they made that call.
Yeah.
But it was I was on my feet with this game. This game was good.
Kept me on edge the whole game. You know what I'm saying? It kept me on. Listen, Virginia went up 10, but never in my mind. I didn't think the game was over though. I knew that Texas Tech was going to come back. Never did I think the game was over. I knew that Texas Tech was coming back. You know what I mean?
Let me tell you something. Watching what Virginia did the last few minutes of the game, it reminded me of Cleveland championship. That's what it reminded me of. Like everything just went their way. Everything went their way.
Yeah. But that's what strong teams, that's what happens when you have good, strong teams. Things go their way. They find a way to make it go their way.
That point guard was chewing up Texas Tech point guard badly. He was chewing him. And Hunter did a good job on Culver, but there's something about this Culver kid that I really, really like. I really like. I think he has a ceiling, but he's not fancy. But when I'm watching him, even though he shot bad, he does not make bad decisions. Like the decisions he was making with driving and trying to kick, a lot of shots should have went down. His teammates couldn't make the shots that the passes he was giving out. He was making good decision passes when he was on the attack. If his plays would have knocked down, Texas Tech could have won this.
Yeah, I mean, my thing with Jarrett Culver, and we're going to go over the box scores, but my thing with Jarrett Culver, I feel like Jarrett Culver is closer to his ceiling than some of the other guys that will be coming out of the draft.
I see more out of him because his playmaking was showing you all tonight, and then his defense was good. The way how he plays it is good. It's something about him where he's going to be a very good NBA player. Might even be better. Because when I'm watching him, I'm not mad when he makes mistakes because he's looking to make the right plays. He's been making the right plays tonight. He might have been off tonight. Some of that been Hunter on him. Some of that been just college defense. Every time he dropped, there's 3 people in the middle of the paint because it's hard to score in the paint when you have 3 guys just sitting in the paint in college. But he does things at an NBA level that I like, and I think his ceiling's a little higher than what people think it is.
You think so?
I think so.
Okay.
I really think so.
All right. It could, I mean, you know, it could be. You could be right. You could very well be right that his ceiling is a little bit higher. I'm not sure. You know, I'm not sure if his ceiling is. I don't know. I feel like he's closer to his ceiling than some of the other guys is going to be coming out of the draft.
Why you say that?
It's going to be perceived to be that he's closer to his ceiling than some of the other guys coming out of the draft. But, you know, I could very well be wrong. I hope that I am wrong because, listen, it's very possible that the Knicks, and I know, Mark, you don't want to hear this. I'm pretty sure.
Sam, he might, if the Knicks get number 2 or 3, he might go there. I swear to God. I was just talking to my friend last night about that. He might go 2nd or 3. I'm so serious.
I mean, but it is possible. The Knicks have a very high chance there's a very high chance that the Knicks get the 5th pick.
When you got it, he fit a lot of holes that the Knicks need.
Yeah?
He really does.
I agree
Defensively,
with you there. I agree with you there.
He has great size.
Look,
and I think the second year of college helped him a lot.
Yes. That's
why I like him a lot. That's why I like him a lot.
He's smart. He's heady. He's gritty.
He pros the defense. Like, he reads the defense. Wait till I want to see him in space. That's where you're going to see his talent. When you have college, you don't have this space for a player like that.
That's true.
I want to see him in space because he has the first step. He has the handle to get to where he wants to get to. He just has the overall court awareness when I'm watching him. Oh, my God. He really showed me something tonight. It's just that college basketball, it is hard to score going to the rack. He was going to the rack most of the time, but he just couldn't convert because they sending 3 guys at him because he has the ball in his hand.
Right. No, I can't argue. I can't really argue with you.
What made me happy was his playmaking ability. It was high-level playmaking ability. His plays just did knock down shots. There was one play where he got into the lane and gave the guy an open 3. If he would have made that, I think Texas Tech would have been up. Guys was just not hitting the shots when he was giving the ball out. I swear. He showed me something tonight.
Jarrett Culver tonight had 15 points, 9 rebounds, and 5 assists. He was 5 for 22 from the field. But, you know, they said something about it in the telecast that, you know, in the Final Four, he was 3 for 18, and it was time for him to step up or whatever. But you know what? When you're playing at that high level, sometimes
Hold on, can I say something about that? Can I say something about that?
But listen, sometimes you're going to shoot low percentages, but it's what you can dig out, what you can grind out that counts to me.
Sam, but even when he has a bad game, he's always in the game.
Yeah.
It's either he's making a pass or he's making a defensive play or he scores at the right time. He showed you last game. Even he showed you tonight. He showed you tonight. If DeAndre Hunter didn't hit that clutch 3 and that wasn't Culver for on defense, the guy that was near him was supposed to rotate to him. He was supposed to rotate. He was supposed to rotate. Every time the big moment called, if you go look at the last minutes, every time Culver had the ball, he converted. Even if you have a bad game offensively, but he's in the game making multiple plays. And I'm founded of his style of play when I'm watching. I just want to see him in space. Oh, my God. He showed me something tonight. He really did.
I feel you.
He really did.
I feel you. And listen. You know, Knicks fans might as well get used to him, get used to listening to him,
and I won't
get used to
even
him a little
mad.
bit. There is a chance that he ends up in New York. That's all I'm gonna say. You know what I mean? Don't be afraid of him. Get used to him a little bit because there's a chance that he ends up in New York. Give me a second. I am going to.
Freaky tonight.
I don't know who's playing that music.
Who playing that?
Oh, it was a website.
Oh, boy, trying to get freaky tonight.
Oh, what's going on, man?
You know, that's the day you making music right there.
No, we're not playing that. Let me try to get back to this without some junk popping up here. But the Virginia Cavaliers defeated the Texas Tech. I don't know why it keeps coming back on there. You know what it is? It's this ad Ed that keeps jumping on there. There we go.
Pass up the 2. Ty Jerome does to kick it out to DeAndre Hunter. He knocks it down, ties the game at 68.
I'm going to have to go to a different website.
It's one of them websites, man, with mad ads.
Where ads just keep popping up, you know what I'm saying? And that's how they do it.
Paid.
You know, that's how they do it. Let me ask you this. Is there anybody from the Virginia Cavaliers that you look at that says there'll be a lottery player?
Hunter's stock went up, but like when you watch him, I don't think he's going to be like an all-world player. I think he's going to be solid in the NBA.
Okay.
But something with Culver, he has a little more juice to him because of his playmaking ability. I like that in a wing play like that. He makes plays, meaning that he just makes plays for his team, man. Hunter's more of a scorer. That's what he did tonight. He scored. He played tough. His defense is good. They can get a little better, but his defense is good. I think he's gonna be solid in the NBA.
Okay. Let's jump back into these.
His stock went up though. His stock did go up. I ain't gonna hold you.
Let's jump back into these box scores real quick. All right. Tonight, you guys know, 85-77, the Virginia Cavaliers win the national championship, led by Hunter. Hunter had 27 points and 7 rebounds.
Yeah, he played a good game.
Kyle Guy, he had 24 points. He had 3 rebounds. Jerome had 16 points, 9 assists. Yeah, Keedy had 9.7 rebounds. And you look at, you know, these guys, you go in college, man. Virginia didn't go deep into their bench.
Nah, they don't normally go deep into their bench when it's
deep into their bench.
No, they keep their best players on the floor.
45.8% from the field, 45.8% from 3. They shot 87% from the stripe. Texas Tech was led by Culver. Well, he was led by Culver. He had 15 points, 9 rebounds, 6 assists. He's 5 for 22 from the field, 0 for 6 from 3, 5 for 6 from the free throw line. Moretti had 15 points. Mooney had 10 points. Odiasi had 5.6 rebounds. And, you know, Texas Tech shot 42.9% from the field, 33.3% from 3. They had a chance to win this game, man. They got beat.
That Hunter 3.
Yeah, 17-9. They lost to 17-9 in overtime. 17-9 in overtime. But definitely that 103. But there you have it. The Virginia Cavaliers defeat Texas Tech, win the national championship. It was a great game, though. You know, of course, you know, Texas Tech, they're going to be hurting. Players are going to be hurting. Be a lot of tears in the locker room, a lot of tears when they go home. But they really don't have anything to hang their heads about because they all played hard. And, you know, they went out there and they did their thing, man.
This is better than I expected.
Went out there and they did their thing. First time their school makes it to the national championship. It's the first time the Virginia Cavaliers win a national championship. It's a great game. Great game all around. It's the type of thing, you know, souping us up now for the NBA playoffs. Hopefully the playoffs are just as good. You know what I mean? Hopefully the playoffs are just as good. We'll see. Let me get to this phone call real quick, and then we're going to come back. We're going to talk about Super Mario a little bit, all right? Caller, you on live with Nothing But Knicks. What's popping?
Hey, what's up?
I'm good, man. How you feeling? Hello? You there?
No. Yeah, I'm here. So, from tonight's game, I didn't see any of those guys assert themselves enough to get into a top 5.
What?
I mean, I don't know, man. I didn't see, like, Culver's a good player, but I'd take R.J. Barrett all day. If it came to, you have the number 2 pick, and you're looking for a shooting guard,
okay.
I'm not taking Culver over Barrett.
You know what, though? I look at R.J. Barrett. I mean, R.J. Barrett is very good. I kind of agree with Mark. I don't know if who I would take. I need to see some. I need to see some workouts, right? If I'm the Knicks,
Yeah.
I
Definitely.
need to see some workouts and stuff. But there is something about Culver that there's a grittiness to him that I feel like
that boy's a pro, man.
There's a grittiness to him.
He's a good player. I'm not gonna. If he ends up on the Knicks, it's not gonna be a disappointment. But I'm just saying, if you're gonna look at straight talent. I know it was just a game tonight, and everybody's all, like looked at, had a good look at him. They, watched the game. That RJ Barrett, man, that guy scores, man. He's a scorer. He's a scorer, and you can teach good team defense. He doesn't have to be a lockdown defender.
But you know what? But the thing is, the Knicks. I understand what you're saying, but the Knicks need two-way guys, man. The Knicks need defenders. That's what the New York Knicks need. The Knicks need defenders, man.
Let me say something to him.
Yeah. Go ahead.
The difference between RJ and Culver, one could play without the ball and one needs the ball to be great. For RJ to flourish in the league, it showed you in college, he needs the ball. He's like a one-dimensional type of a player to score. He needs a ball, and he's an okay shooter. He's not a knockdown shooter. He's more an attacking guard. The Knicks don't need that right now. The Knicks don't need that type of player, especially you got Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving. We're just putting another ball down the guard in that system.
But you can't say Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving with a guarantee. When you're looking at that second pick, you're going to make that pick before the summer hits.
So all right, so let me ask you a question. What does RJ do better than Culver?
You got to look at it like they're not going to get – you got to look at it as talent. Like, Culver's a project. He's not coming into the league shutting anybody down. But I guarantee you RJ Barrett's coming into the league averaging at least 18 points a game. Like, that's something I could – I mean, unless he gets on a real bad squad, RJ Barrett's going to get his. I can't say that with Culver.
Yeah, is he going to get his hurting the team, or he's going to get his just by playing his game? Because it's a big difference with players that just score and it hurts the team than just being a team player.
I understand what you're saying, bro, but I'm just saying there's no way you can – I mean, if you talk 3 weeks from now, I understand tonight's the night and you saw him play, but –
No, it's not tonight's night. He showed me for 3 games straight.
I'm telling you, after the combine and after all this, you're gonna see there is no way if you have the number 2 pick, you're taking Culver over anybody.
So let me ask you a question. You're
talking crazy.
Let me ask you a question. I'm gonna give you a scenario. The year Celtics took Jaylen Brown, right? He went number 3. He was supposed to go 8. Are you mad at the Celtics for taking Jaylen Brown at number 2? Because he wasn't supposed to go number 2 at all.
Yeah, it was a bad pick at the time.
How was that a bad pick?
He's a decent player, but he's not. He's got the same stats as Kevin Knox.
Who?
Kevin Knox went 9. He went 2.
Wait.
He's got the same stats. I mean, I'd rather if you tell me at 19 you're going to have Jaylen Brown or Kevin Knox. I'm taking Kevin Knox. I don't want to hear what you did 3 years later.
You're stupid because Jaylen Brown was a better player than Knox in college. Are you crazy?
Well, I like.
He was a defender. He's a better defender
than Jaylen Brown. I guarantee, in 3 years, Kevin Knox is averaging more than 13 points a game. I don't care who he's playing with.
Let me ask you a question. Jaylen Brown is a way better defender. Why is Knox tied with? What do you mean now?
19-year-old rookie. Give him 2 years.
Jaylen Brown was 19 when he came out. He's just a better player than Knox.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that, man. I don't know about that.
You would take Jaylen Brown before you take Knox. Stop. He's a more physical player.
Well, that's beyond the scope of the conversation, guys. We're talking about, we talk about guys that we're seeing tonight. Well, you know what? We'll see what's going to happen because the Knicks are probably going to work Jarrett Culver out.
Culver showed me.
I definitely. Like I said, it's going to be like we saw last year.
Yeah.
With Kevin Knox, Miles Bridges. Miles Bridges was more touted, but Kevin Knox went in there and beat him up at the tryout.
Well, yeah,
That's what you're going to see. You're going to have to see that,
right? And we'll just have to see. We'll just have to see what the Knicks. One, we don't know what the Knicks know, right? As far as behind the scenes type of stuff, and as far as who could be coming and whatever, we don't, whatever, we leave that there. And between with Jarrett Culver, all I know, I do know this, that the Knicks like him, and they've been to see him a few times to see what they think about the kid, to scout the kid. We'll see what happens when these workouts come. The one thing
I hear you. But
who knows what the Knicks gonna do?
On the same note, I bet they've gone to scout R.J. Barrett.
I'm sure they have.
They've gone to scout Cam Reddish. I mean,
I'm sure they have.
They're going to scout all these guys. So I'm not going to take the fact that they've scouted, this guy. I'm pretty sure they scouted all these players. So
I'm sure they have. I'm sure they have. But he's one guy that I'm pretty sure he is definitely on their radar. One, because
Texas Tech wouldn't be there if it wasn't for him.
So.
If you got the fourth pick, I'm taking Culver if he's still on the board, but not at the number 2, and definitely not at the number 1. So
you would would you take Morant over RJ for number 2?
I am.
Morant over RJ?
Yeah,
I am.
Oh, RJ Barrett?
Yeah.
All day.
Okay.
All day.
All right. Hey, I appreciate the call, man.
All day. No doubt.
Glad you stayed up. I know it's
ever. All right, have a good night.
Yeah, I know it's 12:28 in the morning, but I appreciate you for jumping on with me, man.
I'm sorry. I don't know what basketball y'all watch, but
we'll see. We'll see how it goes, man.
If RJ was that good, they didn't need Zion. Zion covered a lot of holes for them.
He did. A
lot.
Yeah.
For a person of RJ's stature, he was supposed to go number 1 this year. Number 1. And you had some guy that don't even score the way they talk about RJ.
Yeah.
It's a difference between a real scorer and someone that scores to get their buckets, man. And when you watch RJ, he goes through black holes that can hurt your team. The Knicks don't need a player like that. I watched too many games where I saw it. I'm sorry.
I feel you. I understand your sentiments, man.
He's good. But I don't think he's going to be all-worldly, transcendent type of player that scorer that people think that he is.
I feel like that he is going. This is just me.
He only goes one way, Sim.
This is me. I feel like he's going to be more like. I feel like his career is going to be like
DeRozan. I swear, I feel like DeRozan.
I feel like it's going to be like. I feel like he's like a Metta World Peace type of guy, in my opinion. I watched Metta World Peace in college.
Oh no, he was a dog. He was a dog in college.
He was a killer in college. You know what I'm saying? I feel like their games are similar to me. Yeah, I feel like their games are kind of similar.
Not the defense. I think Culver plays way better defense than RJ.
No. I'm talking about RJ Barrett.
Okay, no. I'm saying not. I don't think his defense is that good like RJ. I don't think his defense is that good. I think he's okay. I just think Culver is just a little tad better.
Yeah, RJ's defense isn't as good as Metta World Ron Artest's.
I seen him in person one time in a Rucker.
Yeah. All right. Let's switch gears a little bit. Let's talk about the Knicks. Let's talk about Mario Hezonja. You like what
I got comments with that too.
You like what you've been seeing from him lately?
Okay, so here's my sentiment, right? And remember before we went and got him, right? And I told you there's something about him where he's a very good player, but you have to put him in a position where he has to make plays. And he showed it the last 3 games. I'm not going to say he's going to be like that all of the time, but you want to see a guy like that could shoot, make threes, and make plays. He's capable. He is so capable. He's so capable, but he's so inconsistent. But when you see the ball in his hands, the way he had it, it says, damn, this is what I was waiting for. Because I said it. I said I would take a whiff on him at the beginning of the season because of that. What he showed in the last 3 games is a confidence thing with him a little bit. I think he still has confidence, but I think he needs the ball a little bit more. like, and then be given to him a little bit more to make plays, so he could be who he is. But he just need to put it on. He just need to put it in a consistent way. But he has the talent, man. Yeah, you know what I think too? I think you need to put him on a bench role where he has the ball. I think he would have to be a 6-man so he can command the offense from time to time the way he did the last 3 games. Because I watched him and he makes the right plays, but he needs to be more consistent.
But is he the type of person that's gotta have the ball in his hands in order to
he could play off the ball.
In order to be consistent like this.
You know what I commended to? Ginobili, when Pop gave him the ball and said, "Yo, here."
Okay.
You're able to make plays and make mistakes.
Okay.
Because that's the thing with him. He's gonna make mistakes, but I think he has to have the coach from he has to have the trust from the coach that said, "Yeah, you can go out there and I trust you enough to make plays." Because he has it. And that's what I seen in him in Orlando.
Okay.
But he wasn't played in a good role. So I think for him, has to be the 6-man. It has to.
And look, I'll be honest with you. If he ended up being a Ginobili,
I wouldn't be mad at that because Ginobili, let me tell you something.
I would not be mad at that if he ended up being a Manu Ginobili.
The Ginobili was highly effective. If you saw 2007 in the finals, he's heavily effective.
Yeah, there's no way that I mean, how can you be upset with that if he ended up being a Manu Ginobili type?
And Mario wants to come back, so that's kind of intriguing. So I think he will take a deal.
Yeah, that's possible.
Yeah, I wouldn't, because he has size. He has size also. He's 6'9". He has size, so it would be hard to whiff on him. It would be hard to whiff on him because he has the talent. So I ain't gonna lie.
Right. So let me ask you this. You know, he's been playing point guard, right? Do you look and say, you know, this is something that can change the trajectory of his career with him playing point guard? Teams look at him and say, you know what? This guy can be maybe a backup point guard or the third string point guard that plays more than a third string point guard because he can play 4 positions on the floor, right? Yeah. But he can also play some point guard.
I say 3 because the 4 he can't really guard like that. I say 3.
He might not be able to guard it, but
from time to time he can play 4. Depending on the other personnel.
Right. Sometimes he can play 4, depending on the personnel of the other team.
Yeah.
So is he somebody that? Do you think this last stretch of the season, and he's going to continue to play point guard for the Knicks for the remaining 2 games, according to David Fizz?
He gave him the point guard spot. That tells you a lot.
Right. He gave it to him. So do you think that this is going to change the way people look at his career and get him a contract? Because now they look at him and say, you know what? This guy can really do something for us.
All right. What is he signing for? Like 5 point something or 6 point something?
I think right now he's signed for like $6 million or something like that.
Do we have his rights or anything, or he's just he's a restricted? He's unrestricted free. He's a restricted free. Restricted free agent.
He'll be a unrestricted free agent.
Okay. So the thing is too, and I'm trying to think about when he has, if KD and then Kyrie's here. So it would. When you have talent like that, of superior talent, I think players just get better with them because they see how they work. They see how they take the game serious. And when you're playing with players like that, you can't make so many mistakes. So it's only going to help his game. So when I see him, I say, give him the role of the 6th man. Mm-hmm. He has the size. He has the IQ. He has the fervor. Because he ain't no punk. When I watch him, he plays with toughness. He plays with toughness. Like I don't question his toughness. I don't question his effort from time to time, sometimes on defense, from time to time. But that's just because we all suck. As a team, we just all suck. But what Fizz is doing right now, he's showing you, okay, if we get the deal that we're looking for next year when we get these other stars, this is going to be your role. And I think that's the role. That's the perfect role for him. 6th man, you can handle the offense. You can handle the offense. I'm going to give you that. I'm going to give you that responsibility. You can make mistakes, but as long as you give me what I need, and I think it can go from there. Because he's 6'9", and you can't give up, height like that. He's talented, highly talented.
Highly talented, definitely talented.
And I think, you know what's so funny?
What?
Now that you, like someone said about Frank, they probably would end up trading Frank. I think they're gonna try to end up trading him soon.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I
really think
I can definitely see that happening
because he has a good cap hold.
Mm-hmm.
He has a good cap hold, and I'm looking at the free agent pool, like for guys like Danny Green and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And so they might replace him with a player like that.
Mm.
They might, because Kevin Durant might come here, it's not that. It's like you have to speed up the process because of Kevin Durant. That's the only reason why.
Right.
He's gonna want ready-made players. I don't think Durant's like LeBron when it comes to players. I don't think he's like that personally, but I think the organization is gonna ramp it up just because we got Kevin Durant.
We're gonna see how that goes, man. It's gonna be.
It's tricky, man. It's tricky because I want to keep both of them. I really want to keep Frank. I just like players that just know how to play defense and know where to be. He's one of those players that's gonna know where to be when everything is settled. And it just him being hurt like that just ruined his. It ruined his. It ruined his stock and it just ruined his time from playing. Really, it really did.
Yeah.
It really did.
I have a question for you, Mark. I got a question for you. And we're going to take this and we're going to wrap it back around and bring it back to Mario Hezonja.
Yeah. Yeah, we do that.
Herbert Barahona, hopefully I said his name correctly. He asks, if we don't get Kyrie and Durant, who do we go for on that tier of agency that could put us in the playoffs? Then he's saying Walker and Butler. Right.
I mean,
now, obviously, I know most of us are saying, we don't want to waste money on second tier guys. But is there any combination of guys that maybe would be on the second tier that you could say, okay, you know what? I'll get these two guys if they come at the right price.
All right, let me look at the free agency, the top guys, and I'm gonna tell you because I'm thinking, you know how I want to. If we don't get those two, you know how I want to rebuild it. Get guys that do specific things on the floor. I don't want Jimmy Butler. I don't want Kemba Walker. I don't want who's else out there? Who else is out there? Tobias Harris. I don't want him because he's gonna command at least 20 mil, and no. You have to go for players that when you fit them into it, they can fit into a system, and then we go on from there developing, and then when the time comes, when another free agent come in 2021, we could just insert that one big time player.
Okay, so I'm gonna read down a list of players.
That's why this year is the year to get those two, or it's just rebuilt from here.
Yeah,
honestly.
All right, so I'm gonna read down a list of players. Okay, and after I read down these list of players, then you let me know.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna put it up on the screen for people to see. So people are not gonna be able to see you anymore, Mark. They're just gonna see a list of players.
Go ahead.
Right?
I know they're tired of seeing me.
Yeah, you're not the prettiest dude, so you know what I mean.
I'm a little rough on the edges.
Yeah, and for some reason my transition is acting funny too. So. That's how things go. Okay, anyway, Kevin Durant. You got Kevin Durant, right? He has a player option. You got Paul Millsap.
He's 34.
That's a club option. So listen, you can forget about Paul Millsap, right? He's got a $30 million team option. With the way the Denver Nuggets are going, they are going to take his team option, right?
I think they might cut him. I don't know.
You think they might cut Paul Millsap?
He's getting an extra $30 million?
He's got a club option, a team option, right? And by the way, the list of free agents that you see on the screen right now are from.
Yeah, I see it.
This is from Spot Track. Okay.
Okay.
I don't think they're gonna waive Paul Millsap.
They ain't giving him $30 million. He's not that type of player anymore. They ain't giving him $30 million.
He's already making $30 million, isn't he?
What is this team option? What is his team option though?
His team option is I mean, he's 34 years old. I don't know. I'm just looking at it like this. I'm thinking that they would probably take the team option for this last year because they're doing so well. You know, why would they? I guess we'll see what happens in the playoffs. And they can't trust Michael Porter Jr. yet. They don't know what his back is going to be like.
Yeah, but you know, they're going to put themselves in. They're going to put themselves in a position where they could, you know, get other free agents regardless. Because that's a lot of money for Millsap.
Al Horford, that's a lot of money. Al Horford, he's got a player option. I'm pretty sure he's going to take his player option. This player option.
Yeah, that's like $30 million. He ain't getting that nowhere else.
Right. Hassan Whiteside, he's got a player option, 24.
Exiled. He need to be exiled from the NBA.
Okay, so you pretty much know he's going to take his player option. Harrison Barnes, he has a player option of $23 million. He's going to opt in. DeAndre Jordan is an unrestricted free agent. Marc Gasol has a player option of $20 million.
He's in that.
All right, Jabari Parker, there's a club option of $20 million. I'm pretty sure the Wizards are not going to opt into his contract. They're about to go in a different direction. Jeff Teague has a player option of $19 million. Kawhi Leonard has a player option of $18 million. You could be pretty sure Kawhi is opting out.
Mm-hmm.
Right? He's opting out. Kyrie Irving, he has a player option. He's opting out. All right. So you know Kawhi is going to be on the market. Kevin Durant has a player option. He's opting out. Kevin Durant's going to be on the market. Kawhi, Kyrie, DeAndre Jordan. So far, we know is going to be on the market. Most of these other guys, I think they're opting in. Alan Crabb. I mean,
he getting paid
option.
Too. He might take that.
I think he's going to take the player option.
Yeah, that's like $20 million.
Okay, now check it. Now, Jimmy Butler, he has a player option, $18 million. Do you think he opts out?
He's going to opt out. He's going to opt out because he's going to go for – I think there's going to be a team that's going to give him like a 2-year big deal. I don't think they're going to give him 4. He's not getting 4.
Okay. So
and you know why he opt out? You know why he's going to opt out? Because just them getting Tobias Harris, that kind of rubbed him the wrong way. He's really getting, like, when it comes to, I really like him, but he's acting like a baby, bro.
Yeah, his attitude is horrible, man.
Bro, you on a good team. Play to win.
Yeah.
I can't take him. It's off my radar. Yeah. Bye.
Okay. Bismack Biyombo, he has a player option.
He taking that.
$18 million. He's taking that. Kent Bazemore has a player option of $17.5. He's taking
it. Yeah. Teams was trying to trade him.
Yeah, Klay Thompson is an unrestricted free agent.
He getting max. Golden State let Black brothers go.
Yeah, Goran Dragic, he has a player option of $17 million.
He might take that, but he kind of done. Like he kind of not washed up, but he's
not washed up. But I think he's going to take it because I don't think he's going to get that on the market anywhere.
No.
Jonas Valanciunas.
Memphis going to resign him.
Well, he has a player option of $16 million. So
yeah, he's taking that, but I think they're gonna re-up on him because he's been really good.
Yeah. Now Tobias Harris is an unrestricted free agent.
Philly gonna keep him,
but he's unrestricted, so people can't. Now, okay. Now is Tobias Harris somebody that you would look at to come to the Knicks for the right price? Because
for the right price, yeah, for the right. Like if I was paying like 15, 18. I would take him because number one, he has tangibles. He's cultured. And he just knows how to play the game. The kid is good.
Okay, because he's an unrestricted free agent. He can go anywhere.
Yeah.
Right.
But I think Philly. I think he's gonna stay with Philly because he knows he's not that type of star. He's not a star player. He's a borderline, all-star good player like Middleton.
Yeah. Okay. And Emmanuel C says, I wouldn't be mad with Middleton and Tobias and build from there with the young guys and more shooters.
Yeah, but they command too much. They command too much money.
Well, I don't know. That's the thing. I don't know. Do they?
Because number one, I don't think Middleton is getting traded off the Bucks. They ain't gonna mess up that chemistry between him and Giannis.
Chris Middleton is he has a player option of $14 million.
Yeah, and the thing with him, he has to play with someone that is like Giannis, like a staple player.
Right.
He's not gonna If he came to the Knicks now, he'd be Middleton, just regular.
Okay. Let me ask you this. Let me ask you this, though. Right? What if you could sign KD and then split up that $34 million with 2 lower key free agents like Tobias Harris and Chris Middleton?
Same, no, because with Kevin Durant, right? And this is the thing why I say, if you want Kevin Durant, you have to have another star that he respects. You got to understand these guys in the NBA. When they're playing with a son.
I understand that. I get that. But you don't. I mean,
no,
listen,
I don't
Chris
know.
Middleton made the All-Star team this year, right?
Yeah, but he's not someone that Kevin. I'm not going. You can't really depend on him like that to be a second guy behind Kevin Durant.
What about Tobias Harris? I mean, Tobias Harris was putting up, what, 22 and 7 before he even was traded to the Philadelphia 76ers on a playoff team. So
at how much for Tobias?
I mean, right now, Tobias Harris is making 16. I don't know what he would command in the open market, but what if it was possible?
Like extra $4 million.
Right, but what? Okay, so what if it was possible though that you could get KD, Tobias, and maybe you paid Tobias 20.
How many years for Tobias?
I don't know. Because 2, 3 years. I'm pretty sure whoever signs with KD, if KD would have signed here, whoever signs with KD, they're gonna sign for the same length of time as KD. There's gonna be a window. That's what I'm thinking would probably happen, right?
And I say this, Sim. With Kevin Durant, the style of play that he plays, he needs a point guard, no doubt about it.
No doubt about it. I agree with you.
No, he needs a point guard, and that's why those two are the most vital players for the next 10 years for the Knicks. That's where it's going, because in the next 2 years, Giannis might resign, and Ben Simmons. Those are the two next big-time free agents.
Okay. But what if something like this happened? I'm just thinking outside the box.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. No, I'm listening to you.
So what if KD signed? Then you got Tobias Harris, right? And then you sign someone like Ricky Rubio, who can distribute the ball because he's an unrestricted free agent. And he can play
Ricky
defense.
Rubio. I like him, but what are we really doing with that? Let me ask you a question. If we got those three, right? With the talent that we got now, how far are we getting?
I don't know, because listen.
No, I'm asking you a question. Like, how far do you think?
I don't know, and this is the reason why I say I don't know, because guys like Chris Middleton and Tobias Harris, it's like they're just reaching the peak of their superpowers. And
Tobias is already there.
Huh?
Tobias is already there.
Is he? I mean,
he's 27 years old.
Right. But is there more that he can go? Because all you need, in my opinion, this is something that I kind of harp on a lot, and to people, and we're gonna bring this back around to Super Mario. I know you guys see is Mario really super on the bottom of the screen. We're gonna bring this back around to Mario Hezonja. I promise you. So I look at it, and if you have a window to win a championship, one of the things that you've got to be able to do is collect players that are at the peak of their powers, right? Of course, you want to have some guys that are coming up beneath them and under them. But if you can get players that are at just the peak, and their peak may only last 2 or 3 years, and they may only play at an all-star level for 2 or 3 years. But when they're playing, but for those 2 or 3 years, they're like a superstar for 2 or 3 years. But then they fall off. After they fall off after 4 years or something like that, and they're no longer. And because that's what separates your Hall of Famers a lot of time from just your average All-Star. Your Hall of Famer is there all the time, but just about their whole career, 15, 16, 17-time All-Star. Then you get some of those guys that you catch them at the perfect time when they're All-Star for 3-4 years, then maybe they drop off.
Yes, but
what if you're catching Tobias Harris right at that moment, because it's almost like he's right there. Chris Middleton too, maybe. What if you're catching him right at that moment? You pair him with KD right at that moment when he's playing like a superstar for 3 or 4 years.
Yeah, but those guys will never even be all. Listen, as much as Middleton made the All-Star, he's not an All-Star player. That's just what it is. He's a good piece to what Giannis do. He's not. It's a difference between an all-star and a superstar.
Right.
An all-star is someone like Blake Griffin.
But check
do you compare Middleton with Blake Griffin? No, you don't.
No, you don't. But look at this. The landscape of the NBA is going to change in the next year.
Yeah.
Right?
It's going to change with Kevin Durant's decision.
Exactly. It's going to change. And one thing that is going to change, and I was listening to, I forgot which show I was listening to, but one thing that's going to change is that when Kevin Durant, if he leaves the Warriors and the Warriors break down and all you got is Stephen Clay and you no longer have Draymond Green, maybe.
You got Draymond for one more year.
Right? I think at that point now, you don't have to have 4 superstars anymore.
No, but
maybe you don't even have to have 2. Maybe you can have a superstar
level player and an all-star level player.
Exactly. Right?
And neither of those guys are all-star players.
Okay, so I don't know. I mean, Chris Middleton made the all-star team this year because
it's like this. An all-star is someone that make it more than 5 years. A perennial all-star. That's an all-star. Middleton would never sniff another all-star game in his career.
I don't know. I don't know.
No.
I don't know.
The only reason why he went is better off what Giannis and what the Bucks did this year.
But that's what I'm saying, though. He will have a guy like KD with him that will do similar things to Giannis and still be able to set Chris Middleton up so that he can do the things that he does.
All right, you see how the Knicks is set up? The Knicks is set up in a way where it's made for Durant and Kyrie because it's, number one, then we'll be lacking point guard play. Kevin Durant can run an offense, but he still needs a point guard of cerebral talent.
But
that's just and Rubio's good,
right?
Teams will take him out in the playoffs just because he can't shoot. Teams will take him out.
I mean,
and that is big because
you could be right. Maybe you could be right.
And that is big because even when you watch the last 4 finals, what Cleveland defense was trying to do to Stephen Curry, and because he had that playmaking ability, which is so underrated, it gets overshadowed by his shots. But he commands so much. Middleton don't command a double team, but Stephen Curry does. That's why Kevin Durant gets open shots like that. Kyrie commits a double team. That's going to open the offense more for all of our players. It will.
You know
what I'm saying? And Root ain't creating no double team, Sim.
I agree.
That's why I said, listen, we traded that guy to make this big move. And if this don't happen, we're gonna be in another rebuild for the next 5 years because that was really big. That was really, really big.
Right. Yeah, that was
really big.
I wouldn't. But I'm not gonna discount the Knicks. You know,
if Tobias Harris was like a primary, because the thing, you can't have Tobias and Kevin Durant as your 2 guys and not have a point guard that know how to break down the defense. These guys break down the defense, but they don't play like that as much as a point guard. You need the point guard to break down defense. Kevin Durant can break down defense from time to time, but he's more perimeter play. Yeah. So Tobias is more perimeter play.
I mean, they are. They're not. No, those guys are not going to break down the defense like you're saying. You know,
they're not.
Guard needs to break down the defense. And you know, Ricky Rubio is not going to be that attacking type of point guard. But I'm not going to discount what Ricky Rubio could do with those guys.
Yeah, but when you look at the big moments, Sim, when you look at the big moments and what teams do to Rubio, you watch it for the last couple of years. The dude is anemic of making a shot. When it comes to that time, you need 4 out of your 5 players to knock down shots, bro. This is when you get to the murky waters in the playoffs, shots need to be made. You need shot makers. He's not a shot maker, and that's what the Knicks lack this year. Shot makers.
I mean, you're right. He's not a shot maker. He shoots 40% from the field, 31.1%.
He looks good with a talent. Rubio looks great with the talent that he's playing with because he's better players than him.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. I mean, we're talking about having the ability to spread out the money a little bit. If you have to, you may be able to get another shooting guard that can attack, or maybe we already had one that can attack. I don't think it has to be a point guard that can attack. It can be from another position.
But Sim, when you watch the playoffs, bro, when you watch the playoffs,
right?
When you have guys like, let's say,
dude, I mean, we've seen teams win championships with.
Okay, look at Terry Rozier for a perfect example. He was playing good throughout all the playoffs, but when it came down, you seen the erratic plays from him.
I get that, but he was, okay. So you look at Utah right now; they may not have, in a few years.
That Donovan Mitchell kid is for real. Like he's for real.
In a few years, Utah is going to definitely be a contender, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And
they're a contender. They're still a contender.
And even if Ricky Rubio is on the team, it doesn't have to be Ricky Rubio who's the penetrator, because they got Donovan Mitchell who's going to break down the defense. Right? It's the same thing like we say. It's the same thing like we said with Frank. We always say Frank don't have to be the guy who breaks down the defense. He could be the guy that distributes the ball, gets the ball around, plays defense. You got another guard that can break down the defense, right? You got your shooting guard can break down the defense, right? If it were to be that way, and you said, okay, you know what? We got KD. Kyrie decided he don't want to come. He decided to go to LA.
Listen,
right?
if that's the case, we rock out till we rock out. But that.
But this is the thing. Even if you do, you decide you're gonna I'm gonna spread around the money. We're not gonna give Ricky Rubio a super duper contract. We'll sign up for 2 years. Right? We'll sign up for 2 years, and then maybe he's and then until we can upgrade further. I don't know.
Because I don't think Kevin Durant is in Golden State to play with Dennis Smith Jr. That's just.
Of course not. But if they could show if they could show him a plan that we've got a couple guys on deck that's willing to sign for a nice contract, and we're gonna you'll be here and you'll have an all-star and maybe even 2 all-stars, because they're willing to split up that $34 million that was gonna go to Kyrie, and then we can sign this guy and this guy too. I don't know. We'll have to see. We'll have to see how it works out.
We have to see. But I don't think KD's leaving that team to play with, B plus, C plus point guards.
But listen, if everything that we hear is correct about KD, he might be leaving that team he might be leaving that team for other reasons anyway.
Yeah, but then
he may be looking to come to New York, doing the same thing that LeBron did. LeBron went to LA.
Yeah, but LeBron
not because they had players, but because he was looking at some other things.
No, but hold on. As you say, right? How LeBron looked at LA, right? He looking at those other players so he could trade them off to get better players.
Okay.
So what KD would do if he came here, and what made it more clearer to the day to everyone in the world that has KD going, is when the Knicks opened up the second slot. It just made it more of a. Made it more what I'm saying, obvious.
But what if he decided, I'm gonna do the same thing that LeBron is doing in LA? Okay, I know they don't have whatever, and I didn't get another guy to come with me, but I'm going there because I'm preparing for my after NBA life, and we're gonna try to win something while we're there, and I'm gonna let them do it because this is where I'm retiring. LeBron is retiring in LA.
Yeah, but you know the thing is, because LeBron is 34, Kevin Durant is 30. I think he will do that after. 30, he would. I think he would do. I think he would do that when he's 34.
Okay. But bringing it back around to Mario. Bring it back around to Mario.
Let's bring back Mario.
Right. Let's just say that the Knicks do have to spread out some money. Is he a piece that you're gonna say, okay, I'm gonna make him part of this because we think he's, based on the end of the season, maybe he's on the cusp of breaking out, and I'm not saying breaking out as an all-star, but breaking out. And so they bite him off a little bit of that money. I mean, I think that they.
How much you giving him? Because he's not getting 10. He's not getting 10. No, he probably gets 6.
Yeah. I would do another.
Yeah, I'll do another 6. I'll give him another 1 plus. I'll give him another 1
something
plus.
like that.
He didn't really show anything like for him to, command a contract.
Right. And it sounds like he wants to be in New York.
No, he wants to be in New York because I feel like he trusts Fizz. I think he feel comfortable with Fizz.
Okay.
I really think he does. I think Fizz is one of them guys people will feel comfortable around him. I think things is going to change when things go down for Fizz. I believe that.
Yeah, we're going to see how this works out, man. All right. The Knicks right now, ladies and gentlemen, we all know about the Knicks lottery odds. The Knicks have cemented that #1 spot with the worst record in the league. There's 2 games left. The Knicks have 16 wins. They got 2 games to win 1 game and try to tie the worst record ever, or they can lose both and have the worst record ever. But they could win both and break it. I doubt that they're going to win both. We'll see. How do you feel? Do you feel like... I feel less secure than secure with the #1 having the #1 pick. That's how I feel right now. Like I feel less secure having it. Oh, what do you mean by that? Say that again.
I feel like less like I feel more and more antsy that it could go either way. Like it's not being #1 before the lottery odds. You feel more secure about it. I don't feel secure even having the #1 pick. That's what I mean.
Yeah.
Until I see that ball hit 1 with the Knicks, then I'm up. But
I'm gonna be honest with you, man.
I feel like some outer world thing is gonna happen that night. Either for the Lakers, I just feel like something's gonna happen, son.
Yo, don't say it. Right now, the Knicks are 16-64. There's 2 games left. They have 2 games left to the season. They've won 1 game. They have a 52.1% chance of getting a top 4 pick, a 14% chance of getting the #1 overall pick, and they are tied with Cleveland and the Phoenix Suns for getting a top 4 pick or the #1 overall pick. And what a terrible year to have, at least for Knicks fans. What a terrible year to have a change in the lottery system. If this was last year, the Knicks would have had like a 28% chance or whatever it was of getting the #1 pick. You know, the Knicks have a better chance of getting a top 4 pick. They have a better chance. The Knicks cannot fall lower than 5th. Okay. It would have been really nice if, the top 5 players in the draft were all surefire stars.
Yeah, that's the thing. They're not surefire.
But they're not surefire, right? And the Knicks can't go lower than 5th. They can't go lower than 5th. At least that. But they have a higher chance of getting the 5th pick than they do the #1 pick. That sucks.
That pisses me off. But that's why I'm so antsy, bro, because it's like the shiny toys that #1, and it had to happen this year?
Yeah.
This year? Come on, man. The Knicks don't have luck like that, man. That's the thing.
That's the scary thing. That is a scary thing with, I think, every Knicks fan is just feeling, just feels a little bit of apprehension, and it's like, damn, here we go. We finally have a chance, a real chance of getting this #1 pick, and watch what happens. I mean, it'll be terrible. It really will be terrible.
It's like I wouldn't be mad with the 2nd or 3rd pick, but I would be mad because we tanked all the way and looked bad to get #1, and we got #1, and it's like, oh, now because we're the Knicks, some way somehow we might get number 1, number 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah. You know what's really pissed me off is if the Cleveland Cavaliers get that #1 pick.
Yo, they don't deserve a #1 pick no more. They had it 3 years in a row at one point. No more. They don't deserve it.
That'd be crazy, man.
But you know what's so crazy, Tim? I was looking at the first three, right? Yep. Because even if Cleveland had the #1 pick, do you feel like they're gonna take Zion?
I don't know. I have no idea.
Because I feel like if Phoenix had #1, I think they would have went with the point guard more than Zion.
Phoenix. Yeah, Phoenix. Yeah. Phoenix. Oh, I thought you said Cleveland. Phoenix. No. Yeah, they might go with a point guard more than Zion. Yeah.
And I think they would. I think Cleveland will go more RJ Barrett.
Maybe. I don't know.
Like those first three picks, I was looking at. I was like, because sometimes people in the draft kind of pick for, like, right now the way it looks more of a positional thing, like with these players.
See, my only thing about that, and Delano Steele, what's popping, my bro? What's going on to everybody in the chat, man? Ghost Rider, Z, Andre Brown, Esco, the Realist. What's going on? Everybody that's in the chat. And when I see you, shout out to everybody in the chat. Thank you for jumping on late with me. My only thing is with Zion being Zion, a lot of teams, there's going to be some teams, and Cleveland, I could really see Cleveland doing this. Phoenix might take a different route. I could see Cleveland saying, we're going to take Zion simply because I know he's going to bring people to the arena.
Yeah, that's another thing. God damn it.
You know what I'm saying? So people are going to look at that because everybody else, people are coming to see him. But Zion is a household name already. And he's going to bring people out.
He's the next Braun when it comes to, being the next big thing.
He's going to bring people out. As soon as he's drafted, right? As soon as he's drafted, they're going, he's going to get a sneaker deal. He's going to get a big sneaker deal.
He's going to get 100 easy.
That's the thing. That's the thing.
God
which,
damn it.
Makes you, people, I don't think anyone's going to pass on Zion with the first pick, in my opinion.
Because I don't want Cleveland to get the first pick. If Phoenix got first pick, I still feel a little more. I feel like they're going to go Morant just because they got the Ayton and they got Booker, and they damn sure need a point guard more than anything. Yeah. They need a point guard.
I got my man Israel is joining us in the chat. Israel, what's popping, man?
What's up, baby? What's going on?
I'm good.
What's up, Mark?
Hey, what's going on, boy?
What's up, brothers? How you guys doing?
Not much, man. Just chopping it up on a Monday night.
Just talking a little bit about.
We got two people only on tonight. What's going on over here?
Yeah, some people in the chat faking.
We jumped on late, didn't get on until 12 o'clock. You know what I mean? So it was a.
I mean, you got your regular attendance, 126.
Yeah, usually it's about 200 though.
Okay.
Close to 200. I mean, I figured that's cool. It don't matter really to me. We just talk about the Knicks lottery odds right now.
Yeah, I was listening to you guys right now, and I agree with Mark, man. I feel like if Phoenix gets that #1 pick, I think they're gonna go. They've been wanting a point guard for the longest, but I disagree. I don't think that Cleveland's gonna take RJ Barrett because I feel like they need that star, and they want to fill up the seats in Cleveland, so they're gonna want to take Zion Williams.
Yeah. That's depressing.
Yeah, and big shout out Sean Rock Mayers. Big shout out to Sean Rock, Ghost Rider.
Israel, how you feel about RJ Barrett as a player?
German warfare.
I like RJ Barrett. I feel like he's like a 2.0 J.R. Smith. That's what scares me.
Okay.
And listen, man. At the end of the day, if we get that third pick, I'm taking him because I feel like he's the best available player at number 3. If we fall to number 3, so I feel like he's gonna. And I'm not taking Cam Reddish. I know you like Cam Reddish, but
yeah, I know. It's kind of rough.
I still feel like you got to take the best player available, and I feel like he's the best player.
And listen, let me tell you something. Just because Mark really does like Cam Reddish, I do not want the Knicks to get him. Because
definitely not.
That means Cam Reddish could stand in front of Mark, shoot somebody in the eyeball, and Mark sit there and tell everybody on this chat, do you think he really did that? Do you think he would be stupid enough to shoot somebody in the eyeball? I'm telling you, he'll defend that man to
Yo, bro,
grave.
listen, just like how I feel about Culver, I just feel like Reddish has another type of game, but he just played behind one of the biggest college players, and another second player that needs the ball more.
It'd be good, but I don't feel like he's a top 3 pick. I think he's a top 5, maybe 5, 6 like that. But I don't think he's going.
Yeah, I know, but I think he should have just went to us.
Top 3 is set. I feel like you're going with Zion, Ja, and then you're going with RJ Barrett. I think that's set.
You know what's so crazy? When you said RJ Barrett might be J.R. Smith, I said DeRozan. So you went to the bottom with it.
You know what it is? You know what it is? He's a good passer. He's a smart player. He has a high IQ, but I feel like he's a little bit erratic. And I feel like I don't want somebody at.
And do you think the Knicks need a player like that?
Definitely not. Not us, especially not us.
Okay, there you go.
Not in Madison Square Garden.
That's all I try to say to people.
Fan base, our fan base, man, they're tough. They're gonna get at you. They're gonna give you a hard time. Our media's, is crazy, and I feel like Zion is just that player.
No, Zion is the cream of the crop.
Yeah.
But we're talking from a 2-3 standpoint, because if we got 3, I'm just taking Culver. Honestly,
right now, looking at the Tankathon 2019 NBA mock draft, they got Zion Williamson going number 1 to the Knicks, RJ Barrett to the Cavs, Ja Morant to the Suns.
Nah, Sim, that's old. That's old, Sim. That's old.
Well, if you simulate the lottery, it'll change.
Okay.
Wait, the Cavs with 2, they're the second worst team now?
Well,
no, Sim, you got to go to the
draft.
They put up a different mock. They put up the official mock one. There's one that's official.
No, this is Tankathon. So basically, they just go by. If you go on Tankathon right now, right, you can simulate the lottery, and when you simulate the lottery, it'll show you who they think is going to take with 1 pick. For example, right now, Tankathon, right, if you simulate, as soon as you go on the lottery, they had the Knicks at number 1, Cavaliers at number 2, the Suns at number 3, the Bulls at 4, and the Hawks at 5. If I simulate the lottery right now, I just simulate the lottery, and when I did the lottery simulation, they had the Knicks falling to 5th. And at 5th, they got the Knicks taking Cam Reddish. Right? They got the Pelicans. They got the Pelicans getting number 1 pick. If I simulate the lottery again, then they got the Hawks at number 1 and the Knicks falling to the 5th pick. They got the Hawks taking Zion at number 1, the Mavericks taking RJ Barrett, the Grizzlies taking Ja Morant, the Lakers taking Jarrett Culver, Knicks taking Cam Reddish. Simulate it again. So you simulate it, you get different people up there, and then they say who they think they're gonna take. Everybody though, when you simulate it, they got everybody taking Zion.
The NBA needs the Knicks to get the number 1 pick. They need that.
Yeah, they need that. They can
have a $4 billion franchise.
Yeah.
Getting the 5th pick, you know what I mean? It's just good for business. They have to get that number 1 pick, man.
Yo, Sim, if Zion go to Cleveland, people gonna watch him.
Oh my God.
Won't be. The feeling will be different.
Check this out. This is how much I do not like this 5th pick stuff. Right? The Knicks have a 48% chance of getting the 5th pick. Every time I hit that lottery, I just did this lottery simulation. The Knicks got the number 1 pick. I'm going to go again. Lottery simulation, Knicks got the number 1 pick. I'm going to go one more time. Lottery simulation, the Knicks, 3rd pick. Lottery simulation again, the Knicks, 5th pick. Lottery simulation again, the Knicks, 5th pick. Lottery simulation again, the Knicks, 4th pick. Doing it again. The Knicks, the 2nd pick. Doing it again. The Knicks, the 4th pick. Doing it again. The Knicks, the 4th pick. You see, and listen, this is all based on. It's based on the information that they're having there. Just using the computer to simulate.
Based on that, the Knicks don't have no damn luck.
So it's crazy. Big shout out to Hotep Bro for the super chat. He said, I think the basketball gods is gonna bless the Knicks. I hope so.
Yeah. if there's one.
We need Dan Gilbert's son, man. That's what we need.
Yeah, word.
Yeah, right.
Word.
Yo,
James Dolan have a son?
You know what's so funny? You know what's so funny, Sim? Cam might drop to 10. He might go as far as 10 in the draft.
I think Chicago's going to take him, though, if he falls to 4.
No, Chicago. I heard Chicago's going to go for either Rui or the Garland kid for Vanderbilt because they need a point guard.
Yeah, what's his name hasn't panned out for them. What's his name? What's their point guard that's been injured?
What's his name? I don't even know.
The guy from Timberwolves.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about. I don't really care for him.
Yeah, I don't know what the hell happened to him. He was supposed to be a pretty good player.
The Phoenix is set up perfectly because they're 5-6 right now. They pick at 5-6 right now.
Yeah.
Well, and they got Kobe White and they got Culver going at 5-6.
All I'm saying is this. I'm preparing my mindset.
That's what my mind is at.
I am preparing my mind for the 5th pick. You feel me? That's what I'm doing.
Look at this situation. Watch this. If the Suns get the number 1 pick. No. I'm sorry. Yeah.
The Suns have to get the number 1 pick for us to even have a chance to think about if Zion can fall to number 2.
Number 1 pick, they're gonna go with Ja. No, actually, listen. If the Suns get the number 1 pick, if they go with Zion Williamson, then we're definitely going to get Ja Morant because Cavaliers are not going to take Ja because they don't need another point guard because they already got Sexton.
They really like him.
I feel like we might win in that situation if they end up picking Zion Williamson because they might just be like, you know what, we can't pass up on this kind of player, so we're going to just take him, and then we'll just, on free agency, we'll just pick up a point guard. So we might be good in that situation, but I think they need a point guard.
That's what I think. That's what I think would happen. And I know they need a point guard, but I think that they would say, you know what, this guy is a cash cow, man. And it's hard. Let me ask you this: if you're the Knicks, and let's say you get anything lower than the number 1 pick, anything lower than the number 2 pick, would you try to trade up?
I'm looking at Atlanta, and I would like 5-6. If they want number 2, give me 5-6.
If we stay at 3, I wouldn't. If we go lower than 3, then
lower than 3?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If I get 1 or 2, obviously I'm keeping it. I'm gonna get Zion or Ja Morant.
Yeah. Oh, if I got 3, I'm talking to Atlanta. But give me 5 and 6.
Would you try to trade up? Would you try to? If we got 3, would you try to make a trade with whoever got the number 1 pick?
I'd rather just take RJ Barrett.
Oh, I don't like that kid at all.
Yeah, but I think that's our best. What are you gonna do? You're gonna trade up, and who you gonna 5 or 6 or whatever it is, and then the Hawks are gonna have to give up somebody else as well in that trade. And who are you gonna get? The Hawks ain't got nobody on that team. And Sims, I was gonna tell you this before. The Knicks need, if this whole dream scenario for us with the Kevin Durant and the Kyries and the Zion, everything happens perfectly. We need to get veterans on this team, man. And the one veteran that
it's gonna happen,
which probably
Danny Green.
Nah, not Danny Green. I really want Vince Carter on this team. For Vince? What? No. Not because he's gonna play or whatever it is. Because I want him to mentor the guys. I want him to mentor the young guys and to help them develop. Because look at him, he's playing. I don't even know why the hell he's on the Atlanta Hawks. He should have been on a freaking good team with the Warriors or something, with freaking somebody, and should have won a championship. But he's such a like, I don't know what it is, man. He wants to help the young guys develop and stuff. And we need veteran players on this team, man. We need it 100%. Besides the Durant and the Kyries.
Yo, Israel, you my man, $100,000, but you talking some gibberish right now. We cannot waste $1 million. I don't care if Vince asks for $500,000. Just give me a quality player in Danny Green. Danny Green would be a better replacement.
Yeah, I don't think Danny Green going anywhere though. The one from the Toronto?
Yeah.
He ain't going nowhere. I don't think they're gonna. I think he's on the contract for another few years. No.
He's a free agency, bro.
Oh, he's a free agent.
Yeah. That's why I'm talking about him.
No, we definitely need shooters then. I wouldn't mind.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about him.
Yeah, of course.
I wouldn't be talking about if he's not a free agent.
Yeah, I think he is. I think he is a free agent. Yeah.
Bro, I think he's gonna be like second team all defense, bro. And when you watch him on Toronto, boy, he does so. Oh God, he's so good.
Yo, you know what I hate? I can't believe it that I'm sorry. I can't believe the freaking Nets are in playoffs, man. I cannot believe this.
Yeah,
man.
I know.
Yo. Sorry, don't talk about that Brooklyn team in this chat.
So look, some other players that's free agents. We never got a chance to finish going over these free agents.
Yeah, go ahead.
You got, of course, you got Tyreke Evans, J.J. Redick, Kemba Walker, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, Wilson Chandler, Alec Burks, Terrence Ross, Bogdanovich, Rudy Gay, Iman Shumpert, Danny Green, Darren Collinson. Danny Green makes $10 million this year.
Which Bogdanovich? Which Bogdanovich?
The one from Indiana.
From Indiana.
He's commanding money. Yeah, he's commanding money. He's commanding money.
Yeah, he's balling right now.
He's commanding money. So take him off the list.
Yeah, Darren Collinson, Jared Dudley,
DeMarcus Cousins,
Dwight Powell, Rajon Rondo, Jared Bayless, Julius Randle. But he's got a player option for $8 million.
Good with him.
C.J. Miles, Costas Koufos, Jermichael Green, Garrett Temple, Nikola Mirotic, Al-Farouq Amino, Corey Joseph, Dwayne Dedmon, Jeremy Lamb.
I like Joseph, but Patrick Beverly's a free agent, and I wouldn't mind getting him.
I like Al-Farouq Amino also, man. He's a good solid player, man. Mm-hmm. Off the bench.
And the thing too, why Danny Green could be a play, I'm just thinking he's from Long Island.
Okay.
He's from Long Island. So if we got KD and Kyrie, and I don't know if KD's gonna recruit other players.
He's probably gonna end up signing with the Nets, yo.
I think KD could woo him over here to play with the Knicks.
Who?
Danny Green. I think Kevin Durant could woo Danny Green because he's from Long Island.
All right, how about this scenario? If we can't get Kyrie, let's say Kyrie says, you know what, I'm gonna go play with LeBron, or he's gonna stay with Boston.
If you bring up Kemba Walker,
and we end up Kevin Durant ends up signing with us, right? Would you take Kemba Walker?
No.
What about you, Sim?
I'm not.
Probably not. But
Sim, he's commanding $35 million.
Probably not.
That's also true. He wants a lot of money.
Are you crazy?
Probably not.
That's also true.
No, probably not.
Yo, Sim, I'm going up in the elevator right now. I might lose service. I'm gonna call you guys back if I lose service. All right.
All right. Cool. All right. And got somebody.
His max cap is 140.
Hey, my man, what's poppin', man? What's going on with you? I see my man look like you at work. What's up? What's going on?
Hey, what's up, man? How you guys doing, man?
I'm good,
all right, brother.
Yeah, I'm on work, man. I'm over here in the west side, Portland, and big long-time Knicks fan, man, and long-time fan of the show.
Appreciate you, my man. Right now, we just talking and going over just draft prospects, the Knicks lottery odds, free agents, and how it all mixes together.
Yeah, I was listening to that, man. I don't know. I think I agree with Mark, man. I don't like RJ. If we do get the number 1 pick, we gotta go with Zion.
That's for sure.
And exactly. And I think if we do get the 2nd pick, we gotta go for Ja Morant, man. I mean, I'm not feeling. I'm feeling that. That's what I'm feeling right now. And if we do get that 3rd pick, I think we need to go for a trade, man. We need to trade that. We need to trade up. And
so going for a trade, are you going trading down or trading up?
Well, I don't think anybody's going to trade. Anybody that gets the 1st and the 2nd, I don't think they're going to want to let that go. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think you're going to be able to get that trade down, I guess, you know what I mean? But yeah, I mean, we need to, and as far as the guy was saying, I don't know the other guy's name, man, but he was talking about getting a vet. I kind of agree with that. We need to get a vet, but I was thinking more like a Tony Parker type of player. type of vet, you know.
Bro, Danny Green is a champion, and he's a vet.
Yeah, so something like that, man. If we're going to make a trade for a vet or trying to get a vet in this team, we need to get some championship pedigree, man, like a Tony Park or something like that.
I would take Danny Green before I take Tony.
Who?
I would take Danny Green before I take Tony. He's way more productive and plays better defense at the 2 guard, and that's something we lack right now.
Well, you guys got to remember that we got a lot of guards that needs to develop, man. And Tony, man.
Most of these guys ain't going to be here. What 2 guards that we have? You crazy.
But what about Ntilikina? Is he going to be gone? Hey, Ntilikina.
Frank, that's my boy and everything. I think Frank is going to be gone, man. I don't think Frank is going to be here.
I like Frank, man.
Yo, I'm
I don't want Frank to be.
He ain't starting. He ain't starting.
He's not starting.
Yeah, but he's, you know, oh man. I mean, I like his game though, man. I mean, he's a good defender. I like you know, and none of the point guards that we have, man, none of them defend like Frank does, man. Come on.
No, we can keep Frank. We can keep Frank and still have Danny Green. Ain't wrong with it.
I don't know. Well,
we're gonna see.
I don't know,
man. Moutier ain't gonna be here.
Oh man, we don't want Moutier, man. We should have gotten away. We should have just let Moutier go, man.
Yo, Sim, did you read?
Hold up, before we. Oh, 1 second.
Go ahead.
Don't be surprised if Moutier is here.
Yo,
man, come on, we don't want that. Come on, man.
Don't be surprised if he's here. Whether or not we want it, I think Fizdale likes him. I think Moutier is going to be cool. Listen, he was talking the other day. You know, he had his little interview or whatever. He knows that the Knicks try and get KD, Kyrie.
Oh, yeah, that's why he knows he's not going to be here.
But listen, but he also knows, he's like, you know what, I'm going to let that flesh out and see what happens. I think Fizdale likes Moutier.
But hold on, Sim. He passed something in his contract where when he could free agent, his cap is going to be at a $12 million cap hold.
That's a cap hold. I mean, they got they're gonna release his cap hold because they got to. They got to release the cap holds if they want to.
Yeah, but anywhere he goes right now, he commands $12 million.
Nah. That's just the cap hold. Once the Knicks,
the cap hold. Oh, okay.
That's just the cap hold. Once the Knicks release the cap hold, and then they go through and they sign whoever they're gonna sign, then they can sign him back and he can accept the veterans minimum if he wants to.
Yeah, I don't think they're gonna do that.
I'm just saying, don't be surprised.
What about DeAndre though? Jordan,
he might take the veteran exception.
Yeah. I think he might take like a mid-level exception if Durant is here.
Yeah,
if Durant is here.
You gotta have Durant to keep him because he ain't gonna stay around if, you know, with the type of team we have right now.
Yeah.
Talking about.
And the underrated thing I like about DeAndre, he could set those screens.
Oh, DeAndre.
It's a killer, and I love it. So he could stay.
Yeah.
Now look at freaking Mitch.
Oh yeah, he could stay too.
He could stay. Now Mitch ain't going nowhere. Yo, Sim, I heard like no matter what, they're not getting rid of Mitch in any deal.
No, can I just?
No, that's the future, man. The blockness monster, man. No.
Can I just say one thing? Yo, imagine Mark is gonna love this and hate this at the same time. But this retard Kristaps Porzingis, man. If he would have been with, imagine him and Mitchell Robinson in the.
Man.
Son, don't bring it up. Don't bring it up, man. The chat gonna get on me. Don't bring it up, man. Don't bring it up. The chat gonna come after me, man.
Oh.
That's what I was dreaming about. But
hey, man, I got something to say about Porzingis, though, man.
Because we need a power forward, man. We do.
But KD, hopefully KD is going to be that guy. That's the hope. That KD is going to be the dude.
Yeah.
Since I play the 4, so
small 4, a real small 4 though.
So small, but listen, at this day and age, man, if Danny Green, what's his name? But Draymond Green plays the center position whenever he wants. So
yeah, I mean, you're right.
Yeah, but guess what, Israel? He don't play. He's not gonna play no more because if you look at when he go against guys like who he was trumping like and beating those guys, he physically can't do it. That's why you see DeMarcus Cousins and Andrew Bogut playing those minutes now. Because he can't physically.
You got an all-star on that team.
I'm just saying, physically, Draymond can't do it anymore like how he did it at a high level. You can watch it in his play. But he's still damn good on the perimeter.
Hey, who there?
Good morning.
We got another dude in the chat. Hold on. We got somebody else. We only got about 10 more minutes, fellas. Then we heading up out of here. Hey, my man, what's going on? New to the chat. Just join. What's poppin' with you?
What's up?
What's going on? What's your name?
Oliver.
Albert?
No, Oliver.
Oh, Oliver. What's going on, man? We just kind of talking right now. We just talking free agency. We talking draft. We talking all of it. Kind of mixing it all together, man. You know what I'm saying? What's going on? What you thinking?
Of course I want Kyrie and KD, but I want Mark on this one. I don't want Campbell because, yeah, he is on the other side of 30. Danny Green is a good option.
Great option.
How old is Danny Green?
33. I don't care. He don't play like it.
33.
You can shoot.
He don't. He's right.
He can shoot.
Oh, yep.
You're right. He's 33.
And he's second team all defenses here.
If he leaves, I think
and he doesn't need the ball either. He plays defense.
If he leaves, he might be in LA.
He's one of the best transition guards in the league right now. If you go look at his efficiency and everything.
So let me ask you this
he's
though.
So good.
If the Knicks manage to get KD and Kyrie, where they gonna find money for Danny Green?
That's what. No, I'm whiffing on getting him here. If KD could recruit him, getting him here, being from Long Island, to take a deal. That's why I say it can kind of go that way because he's from Long Island.
Right, but how much of a deal you think he's gonna take though? He's making $10 million this year.
7.
I mean, can we even? Would we even be able to pay him 7? And what are we gonna need more? Are we gonna need someone like DeAndre Jordan more or Danny Green more?
DeAndre, man.
I would say honestly, I would say Danny Green more. He's a perimeter defender. He's a perimeter. He makes 3 perimeter defender. He's a champion. He plays right.
Oh, that's hard.
Yeah, you're gonna need shooters, man. You're gonna need shooters.
Nah, not like Danny Green, bro. No.
I'm saying you're right. I'm saying you're gonna need shooters, so I would take Danny Green. Yeah, you're right.
DeAndre Jordan, yeah, he's good, but bro, no, I'll take Danny Green.
You think DeAndre will take the mid-level?
No, he's gonna take the mid-level. Where you gonna get paid from?
He'll take the mid-level.
I don't think.
I think he'll take the mid-level.
He ain't taking the mid-level.
Then that could work.
You don't think so?
Yeah, Sim.
I think he'll take the mid-level.
You gotta understand something. You bring Kyrie and KD, it's goal time.
Yeah, I know
it's goal time.
No, I'm saying I believe that DeAndre Jordan will definitely take the mid-level exception. You know what I'm saying? He'll definitely take the mid-level exception. If KD and Kyrie and them guys come, he's taking the mid-level.
Did he make enough money in his career?
Yeah,
let me tell you. No, yeah, he took the 44.
Yeah, he made some money.
And here's the great part about it. Why Danny Green might not.
It's questionable. Here's
the great thing about Danny Green. I totally forgot. Remember, Marc Gasol has a player option of $25 million, which he's going to take.
Right.
Right now, they're paying over their salary. So
right.
There's no way they can sign Danny Green to a deal that is lucrative.
What if they make it to the finals?
Who?
You say they can't sign him to a deal that's lucrative?
Yeah, they can't sign because of Marc Gasol's contract. They pay the Ibaka. They paying Kyle Lowry. Kyle Lowry's getting like I think 34 next year.
What about Siakam? Is he going to be up for a contract?
Yeah, he's gonna
be a couple years.
No, I think like a year or 2.
Let's see if they have his bird rights though. If they have his bird rights,
they got his bird rights.
Who? Danny Green.
Danny Green.
Oh, they got birds right?
That's what I'm checking now. That's what I'm checking now. If they have his rights, then I believe they can go over the cap to sign him. I'm looking now.
They can.
I just got to find his name.
But I think he's unrestricted, I believe. Listen, Kimba is. I seen Kimba in real life. He's 5'10".
They have his bird rights. He's an unrestricted free agent, but they have his bird rights, so they can go over the cap to sign him.
Damn it! But let me ask a question: are they going to sign him if they don't keep Kawhi?
If they don't keep Kawhi, no. I don't think so.
That's what I'm banking on right now.
I don't think so.
Kawhi not to sign there.
I don't
That's
think
what I'm thinking. But if they make it to the finals, man, Kawhi might staying over there.
No, he might because I think Toronto has a better team than the Clippers.
Yeah, look at Paul George, man. We all thought he was going to LA, man. He ended up freaking re-signing with them.
Well, he's only there for 3 years. He got another deal coming after the 3rd year. He's only, 29 years old? 28? He's still young.
Yeah.
He's the man.
He's still young.
Pac said Danny Green got a podcast and everything in Toronto. He's staying. Basically, he's saying Danny Green made a home there.
A podcast?
Yeah, and Kevin Durant got a home in L.A.
Emmanuel C.
That don't mean anything.
Emmanuel C. says
L.A. too.
Emmanuel says giving Kemba a max is safer than giving Kyrie. I don't care what y'all say.
Kemba a max.
I think he's saying giving Kemba Walker a max contract is safer than giving Kyrie because Kyrie is injury prone. Kemba's not as injury prone. I think that's what he's saying.
I don't give a damn, man. I'm still taking Kyrie.
Yo, let me tell you something. I seen Kemba in real life. Kemba is dead 5'10". 5'10", okay? I don't want no 5'10" guy paying him $35 million to get shut down in the playoffs, okay? I don't want to see that. There's not a soul in this league that can guard Kyrie from an offensive standpoint. I don't want Kemba. That is the worst contract. That's like paying Kyle Lowry $35 million. Stop. Kyrie's a superior player than Kemba. I understand they both score, but Kyrie has levels. Kyrie has levels, and he's way more efficient than Kemba. Go look up the numbers. Thank you very much.
He is. He's way more efficient than Kemba.
Way more efficient, and his numbers.
His number
elevates.
Kemba shoots like 43% from the field. Kyrie is around 46, 47% from the field. Yeah, something like that.
Stop, man. I don't understand what y'all. When y'all watch Kyrie in the playoffs, he was 1B to LeBron James.
We see what's going to happen, man. It's definitely gonna be interesting.
He was no B+ player. He's a 1B.
Well, listen, guys, it's 1:38. I'm heading off for the night. I'll be back on tomorrow night, so we can talk again. I'm pretty sure we'll have a lot of conversation. What'd you say?
They playing home game tomorrow or no?
The Knicks play Chicago Bulls tomorrow. And they play in Chicago.
Oh, so the last game is at home then?
Yeah.
I think we got
Atlanta.
Also,
yeah, we're gonna take the win tomorrow.
We're playing the last game on Wednesday.
The last game on Wednesday is the Pistons.
Oh, it's a home. Oh, Pistons. The Pistons are
Pistons at home.
Yeah, that's gonna be a do or die game. So they gonna come try to whoop us. But Detroit always whoops us though. Blake Griffin always whooped the Knicks too. I left the Knicks game because one game Blake Griffin killed us, and I left like second quarter.
Yeah,
I'm mad at Dwayne Wade's playoffs, man.
You say you mad at what?
I'm mad that Wade was not. They're not getting into the playoffs, man. I kind of want.
Well, they won games, so anything can happen. There's 2 games right now that they got that the last teams got. I think it's Miami.
I think Charlotte even jumped over them right now.
Nah, you sure? Because I know Miami is 1 game out of the 8th spot. That's for sure.
Miami and Charlotte, I think they're tied in 9th place.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll take a quick look. We'll take a quick look at the playoff situation right now. If the playoffs were to begin today,
I want Houston to go against OKC so bad because I think OKC could take them out.
You think so?
Yeah, because I think when you watch OKC level of defense, because Houston's so one-dimensional. This is what y'all like. They're one-dimensional, bro. All OKC have to do is guard the perimeter, and they have one of the best perimeter players.
Yeah, they got offense. That's it. They got that offense. That's it.
Okay, as bad as their offense is, OKC defense is that stifling. And when every point, every possession counts, it's gonna be a different ball game.
Yeah, but I don't think their depth, man. They're not. Their bench. They don't have enough on the bench. For OKC doesn't have enough on the bench, man.
Yeah.
Well, they're gonna go with their best 3.
Fact on the bench, and you know what? They were so smart to sign Iman Shumpert, man. They needed that defensive stopper off that bench, man.
Oh, let me tell you why they might win too. Go look up any game Russell Westbrook go against Chris Paul. Chris Paul cannot deal with him. Like, literally. Like, he's his kryptonite. This is a fact.
Yeah. All right, check it out. Let me read off. I'm gonna read off these playoff standings and who right now, if the playoffs were to begin right now, who would be playing who?
Go ahead.
So in the Western Conference, you would have Golden State and the Clippers playing in the first round. That's a sweep. All right, you'd have Portland and Utah playing in the first round. That's a good matchup.
That's gonna be a good one.
That's a good matchup.
I got Portland.
Okay.
Got the Jazz.
Right. Then you got Houston and OKC playing in the first round.
I got OKC because I don't want to watch Houston in the playoffs.
And then you got Denver and San Antonio.
All right, this series right here can go either way.
That's a nice matchup, man. There's a lot of nice matchups right there in the Western Conference.
But honestly, Sam, I want the Spurs to win because if Houston tends to win, I want Houston to go against San Antonio.
Yeah, you can never sleep on San Antonio, man.
Yeah, you don't sleep on them.
True. In the Eastern Conference, you got right now Milwaukee is matched up against Detroit.
That's a sweep.
That's a sweep, bro.
Yeah, that's a sweep. Boston and Indiana.
You know how I feel about this, Sam.
That's going to be a good one right there.
I need this to be quick and easy.
If they had Oladipo, man, that would have been...
No, honestly, I think they could have beat them. I think they could have beat them if they had Oladipo.
If they had Oladipo, it would have been over, bro.
Yeah.
But I want this to be quick and easy because I want Kyrie to be pissed off. I'm never coming back to
So you want it to be quick and easy where Indiana beats Celtics.
Wins.
Yes.
Right.
I still think they're going to get out of the first round, though.
So we're assuming Milwaukee, they beat Detroit. Sweet.
Yeah.
Let's assume Boston beats Indiana. Mm-hmm. Who would you have in that second round matchup, Milwaukee and Boston?
Milwaukee.
They can't deny with Giannis now. It's a different ball game.
Any chance that the Celtics find a way to really put it together?
If Kyrie had one of those playoff series?
You guys are sleeping on Boston, man. Don't sleep on Brad Stevens, man. That guy's a genius.
You see Budenholzer?
Yeah, Budenholzer's the man, bro. But
Budenholzer is a way... What Budenholzer did for that offense?
He's not a better coach.
Yes, he is. Stop it. Stop it.
Nah. He's not a better coach. Okay. Brad Stevens is going to be the man in a few years. When Greg Popovich is going to be out of this league, Brad Stevens is going to be one of the top coaches in the league.
Bro, no.
I'm telling you, man.
Because right now, he don't even know how to tend to his star plays on Boston. They're so inconsistent. If you watch Budenholzer, their offense is just championship gold, bro.
No, I think...
And they had the best player on the team.
Happy, but I think Brad Stevens is tired of Kyrie already.
Who?
I think Brad Stevens is tired of Kyrie.
At the end of the day, they need him because last year called for Kyrie. I don't care what nobody says. The way last year went out, if they had Kyrie in the last 5 minutes, they would have scored. They would have scored.
100%.
So listen, when the playoffs come, you need stars. It is what it is.
So now, Philadelphia and Brooklyn.
I'm going with Philly, man. And Embiid going to shoot.
Brooklyn's going to give him a fight, bro. I'll tell you.
They're going to give him a fight, but Embiid is too much right now, bro.
Okay. And then you got Toronto and Orlando.
So, come on. Kawhi going to put them claws on everybody.
That's a sweet.
But they're going to give up a fight because that coach ain't no slouch either.
Yeah. They're going to give him a fight, but they're going to get swept.
I'll give Orlando one game on their home.
One game, yeah, maybe one.
And listen, you still got Charlotte fighting to try to get into that 8th playoff spot.
Yeah.
Over Detroit.
Yeah.
Charlotte and Miami, as a matter of fact. You got Charlotte and Miami fighting to get into that 8th playoff spot. It's going to come down to, the last games of the season. So the playoffs begin in 4 days, ladies and gentlemen. 4 days.
Is it in 4 days?
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, man.
Saturday.
4 days. It's crazy.
Saturday.
What is it, Saturday?
Saturday. Yeah, it's Saturday.
Yeah, like Saturday. Yeah.
They always start on Saturday.
Yeah.
Prime time, bro.
Well, anyway, man, I'm heading out. I'm heading out, folks. All right. It's 2:00 in the morning. I got it.
This is a good chat.
I still got some work to do today, and then I got to get up in the morning. But I'll see you guys tomorrow after the game. We're gonna talk playoffs a little bit more and break down some of these matchups and stuff like that. Of course, we're gonna talk Knicks, but we're gonna talk some playoffs too.
Yeah, I think if Philly go against Toronto, I think Toronto gonna win that. Just off the fact that Kawhi just puts Fitz and Ben Simmons. He takes Ben Simmons out.
Yeah.
I think Toronto's going to the finals, I think.
Yeah. I still give Giannis is right now. He's just playing with a streak right now where no one can stop him. I'm gonna give him a chance. I really think that offense that Budenholzer implemented, son, is clockwork, bro. Yeah. He just always needed that one superstar player, and he got it.
Okay. Well, Mark, you want to give some last words real quick?
Yo, this was a good chat tonight. You know what I'm saying, for a 2 o'clock stream. You know, things is coming down. You know, things coming down to the tip top 1 month away from the biggest decision in our lives, as Knicks fans. You know what I'm saying? So, like I'm gonna tell everybody, every chat, brace yourself because it's gonna be a bumpy ride.
And hopefully, it's gonna be a hot summer.
Oh, it's gonna be. Listen, let me tell you something. If everything go right, y'all gonna catch me on Cancun and Phoenix partying my behind off. I'm telling y'all right now. And whoever know about Phoenix is one of the best towns to party at.
All right. Israel.
Listen, man, we got 2 games left, man. Finally over, man. You know what I mean? And I feel like we all expected this. We didn't expect them to be this bad, but it is what it is. And, freaking Adam Silver had to change this draft lottery. Finally, the Knicks are the worst. Finally, they get it right this year, and they had to change the draft lottery. But whatever, it is what it is, man. We got 2 games left. The season starts first. You know when? Is on May 14th. Is that when the draft lottery is?
Yeah, I think that's the draft. Yeah, May 14th,
Mark,
I think.
Mark, that's your birthday, right? Oh, the 29th. I'm the 12th, so 2 days after my birthday, man. Hopefully that'll be a little gift for us, man. We get the first pick. No doubt. We get the number 1 pick, and you know what I mean? Hopefully that's when the season really starts for us right there, man. Is that lottery, man.
No doubt. I hope so, man. Hey, I appreciate it, Israel.
I appreciate you, man.
Right, no doubt. Peace.
With us.
And then my man, I forgot your name again. My apologies.
Oh, Oliver.
Oliver. Go ahead, man. Some last words for us.
I need them to rank the draft. I need them to rank the draft. But if they don't, if we drop to the 5th, I want Cam Reddish. That's it.
Okay. All right. Hey, hope to see you back on the stream, man.
I'll be back.
All right, no doubt. Peace. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you guys for staying up with me till 2 o'clock in the morning, just about doing the stream. I apologize. I wasn't on the last few days. Had to, family business, emergencies and stuff like that. My daughter suffered a concussion, but she hit the back of her head on the floor in basketball practice. And then the next day she was feeling kind of woozy, blurred vision. So, we took her to the doctor, but she's fine. She's doing well. I think everybody who, kept her in her prayers and, and hope, gave her the get well wishes and stuff like that. So we appreciate that. And she's going to be back at school tomorrow. Hopefully she'll be back in practice soon and should be up and going. Then I was AAU started. AAU was always a busy time for me. And one of my players broke her foot. We had to handle that. So anyway, I appreciate you guys for jumping on with me. And we will be back on tomorrow night after the Knicks play the Chicago Bulls. Have a great day at work tomorrow, folks. Dose.